But I also would say, which I forgot totally, but Phil Spencer, I think last year stated like, which is weird. Their real competitors isn't Sony no more. It's more Google and Amazon. That's what Game Pass is such an emphasis right now.
Google. What does Amazon and Google even have for that?
I guess games. There's an article I can find it. Like
I mean, if we really want to talk like apples to apples here, is like Game Pass does beat the shit out of PS Now.
Yeah, but I mean, like, are they even worth comparing? Though they're kind of different. It's still backwards compatible, yeah, but
I guess
like
different. That. I mean, priorities. I mean, both consoles have two different priorities because I mean, Xbox or Microsoft is really pushing that Game Pass.
If you want to compare, like, I think PS Now and xCloud should be more comparable than Game Pass. I guess.
But xCloud isn't. Is xCloud launching with Series X?
I mean, I don't see why not. I'm not sure.
It would have to, right? That's a selling point.
Yeah, here's the article here. With Phil Spencer's. Phil Spencer says Amazon, Google, or Xbox real competition. This was released February 5th of this year. So it was this year he said that. February 5th. He said with the new console generation around the corner, Microsoft is setting higher standards than a traditional console war. Phil Spencer, head of Gamer Microsoft, recently told Technology Publication Protocol he doesn't view Sony and Nintendo as company primary competition going forward. Instead, Spencer sees the future of gaming being fought over cloud computing gaming companies like Google, Amazon, and of course Microsoft, whatever. He said, when you talk about Nintendo and Sony, we have a ton of respect for them, but we see Amazon and Google as main competitors going forward, said Spencer. That's not to disrespect Nintendo and Sony, but the traditional gaming companies are somewhat out of position. I guess they could try to recreate Azure, but we instead invested tens of billions of dollars into cloud over the years. The Azure that Spencer is referring to here is Microsoft's cloud computing servers. You remember Azure? I remember that.
Azure, what is it?
It was some service they did.
No. Wait, like is it like
2015, 2014 or something like that? I'm hearing about it.
I feel like I know what you're talking about, but no, I can't.
In the larger technology landscape, thousands of companies use Azure as a part of their infrastructure for higher cloud products. However, in the gaming space, Azure is a backbone for xCloud. That's what xCloud is. It's like a baby of Azure.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Project xCloud allows players to stream Xbox games directly on the cloud via mobile phones and tablets. Spencer seems to see this as the key future for gaming going forward, which I do agree, rather than direct console competition that has. So, I 50-50 agree with Spencer here. He sees digital gaming the only way of the future, where Nintendo, Sony is doing what mostly Sony is doing both half.
Yeah, pretty much what he is doing.
He's future-proof.
Is setting, he is setting the base.
Yeah.
So he's not moving forward with games per se, but he is setting up a base
servers,
where you're going to play your games there.
I mean, he's not wrong about it. That though.
But like the issue with this is when is the right time for them to be doing something like this?
And that's what I'm about to say. You got to start
like
somewhere,
we've seen in the past, like stuff like this keeps failing. Like Stadia has failed.
Now, PS Now. That's not that great.
PS Now.
Yeah.
I guess where this is from February. What would you say? February
5th of this year. Yeah.
I guess like Stadia was coming out during then.
Did it come out this year, right? Last year? I don't know.
This year, I think.
Yeah.
The beginning of this year.
Yeah.
And I guess that's why he would say, Google, but that was like a dumpster fire.
That didn't do
actually,
well at all.
I heard that it actually, like, Stadia worked well where you had, like, Google Fiber and shit like that, but where you didn't, it wasn't running so hot. So, like, that console probably would have actually did well if everyone in the US actually had, fast internet.
I mean, it's also that, but apparently Google, they didn't put like common like features in it, something to like Steam or Epic Store. They lack those common features of some of Google Stadia's, whatever you call it. And
I guess it's like a prototype, really.
I know, like I said this before, and probably get a lot of flack for it. It's like, it just, when it comes to these companies trying to like do these cloud services, some gamers are like don't want to do that. They're afraid to move on when this is literally inevitable. This is going to happen, if you like it or not. The problem is when, and it seems like, just know it's funny because when Xbox One came out, I always stated they're gonna go back to this route again. We can forget about it now, but they're gonna do it again, and they're still doing it.
You're referring to the always online,
the original Xbox One feature, yeah. And I always said this is gonna come back, and you can't just forget about it. That's literally gonna come back.
When that happened, people wanted to resist it so much, but I was already when that happened, I was already on Xbox Live for like 3 or 4 years.
Yeah.
And I was already always hooked up to the internet anyway.
Yeah.
I had my Xbox hardline hooked up to my router.
Yeah.
And it was like, God, you already on that second Red Bull, man?
That's a LaCroix.
Oh my God. the hibiscus.
Yeah, it's a great one. You got me on this, Adriana.
It's so good.
Mm-hmm.
The little water with a little razzle dazzle. Anyway, yeah, I already had, that was already the future. Because, like, everyone I had talked to was, like, already, like, on this internet wave. I mean, like, for me, anyway, I was already always on the internet. So it didn't make a difference to me that, you know, your games always had to be online.
Yeah.
For a lot of people, though, that was a kind of wild concept. People wasn't adjusted to it, and then also like not everyone probably had internet at the time, or no one had like, you know, fast internet, which I think that's the problem we're at now. I think most people have internet,
you're just not strong enough.
Just not everyone. Yeah, not everyone has great internet, and it's not like everyone has Google Fiber, which would be the entirely next step.
What happened to that?
Because you can have good internet. You have good internet, and then you have Google Fiber, which is like this unbelievably fast internet.
Yeah.
Which, that's what, if everyone had that. So imagine, hypothetically. Hypothetically here.
And Shapiro.
Hypothetically, say that everyone in the U.S. had Google Fiber. Stadia would have did perfectly.
I argue because it has a low install base compared to Sony, Xbox, Nintendo. People don't know. Yeah, people know what Google is,
when
but
it
they
got
don't
it
know
to
what
work.
Google Gaming. Yeah.
What they said, like when it worked great.
Yeah, it worked great. I heard that too. Yeah.
So that's like my. I guess that's like what I'm waiting to see with xCloud. How does xCloud going to work with, you know, not great internet and low latency and all that stuff?
I heard he used it on a plane once, Phil Spencer, like a year ago, around the summer. He like testing on a plane, and it worked. Playing with other people.
Did it work? Did it work good?
Yeah, I guess.
That's that is like the main question you have to ask. Like, sure, it can work, but was you like hitting A and then 15 seconds later it jumps?
The problem when these companies invest so much into these streaming services like that, especially for specifically gaming, they do realize they kind of wasting money because not everyone has that good internet. It only truly shows true potential when it has a good internet, and not everyone has amazing internet.
Say you're out in like Oklahoma in the middle of the desert
where I'm
or something.
from. It's just gonna be garbage. I would not be able to use that.
It's not gonna work. It's not gonna be for you, and they're losing out a lot of value when it's like. But I mean, this is the future because of like. I've already kind of made this leap now, but I've already went completely diskless.
I'm halfway there. I used to didn't accept it, but now I'm starting more accept it slowly.
And and I know people give that argument about like
the license.
You don't own your game. Like if you buy physical media, they can't lock you out. Yes, they can. They can still lock you out because most of these games you need to be online anyway to get that day one patch for the game to just fucking work.
But that's the trick, though. That's what they're trying to do. Make it
an
online title.
You are still renting a license when you put in that disc. It does not matter. If they wanted to take those licenses away, and you even though that you had the disc, they can.
Spyro.
It does not matter.
Spyro Reignite is a good example.
Right.
You only came with Spyro 1. You had to download Spyro 2 and 3 to finish the complete edition.
There you go.
Yeah.
So it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
So that argument's so stupid.
In fact, it was that game that convinced me halfway to be this feature too. So it's like it's gonna. I mean, and I'm not being like cynical or nothing. It's like it's gonna happen. It's a natural way of technology evolving.
It's just like it's just so if you. And this is like I know this is like a lot of the reason why some people still buy discs is it's for the collection.
Yeah.
And I get that. But like, for me anyway, it's like I don't have a lot of room in my 1-bedroom apartment, so that I don't need to fill up a whole bookcase full of like
game. That was my bag. Get tired of carrying everything everywhere I go, like vacation or something.
Even when I was like a kid, like I didn't even like put them back in the case. I would buy like a CD
thing,
a CD like a case, and I would just put them all in there. And then I would just throw out the case because I didn't need to have a bunch of fucking, clutter everywhere. And I get like some people want to collect it, but technologies just keep moving forward and forward. And we're getting to the point where like, these games, like our systems have enough memory to hold on all these games. And like, even with like, here's a good example. When you pre-order a game and you do a digital version. So I remember when I got like I think it was Halo 4.
You bought it digital?
I didn't buy it digital. I bought the disc for it. Actually I bought the collector's edition, so I got the steel case. The cool those are kind of cool. I do like getting steel case ones because they're metal and they they're cold. I remember buying that, and I remember going to the midnight release, getting the game. And then it was like a 30-minute drive back to my house. I, got home at 12:30. I pop in the game. I gotta update it. It's gotta install and update. That's like another hour, if that. It depending on how good your internet is. It was like another hour. So now it's like 2 a.m. I'm trying to play the game. I'm half asleep, and then I can't play it. Let's fast forward when I got Red Dead Redemption 2.
Preloading?
Preloading.
Preloading is amazing. I love that feature.
Red Dead Redemption 2, huge fucking game.
Yeah.
Huge. So you pre-download the game. So like let's say you pre-order the game. And then about, I guess, I want to say like 2 days or 3 days before the game actually drops.
Yeah, 3 days.
At 12:01.
Yeah.
It will start downloading.
Yeah.
It will download the complete game, and then it will put it behind a locked wall.
Yeah.
And then when 12:01 hits, the game will come up.
Yeah.
Yeah, becomes completely unlocked, and then you can play the game 12:01.
I love that feature.
And you're already sitting at home playing the game. You're not driving back, and then you have to install it.
Yeah. I remember.
And like even if you delete it, it's still up in the cloud.
Yeah.
You can still re-download. I've done that a bunch of times.
Yeah. Like Call of Duty Modern Warfare. I should just brought the digital version. They brought the disc version, which is pretty useless. Call it Modern Warfare. Useless.
Like, do you have to put it in the disc to run it? Or
Basically,
do you just have to like reinstall it?
I got to put a disc on it, but it's pretty much I might as well just download the full game.
Yeah, I mean,
because I remember I was trying to play with you one time. I had to wait because like I should have just like downloaded it.
I think I bought Zelda. I bought Breath of the Wild on disc. I think I was like one of the last games I ever bought on disc.
Mine was.
I think the only reason
games.
I think the only reasons I have like certain games on disc is just because of the sale. There was a price difference that I could get the disc cheaper, and I think that's the only reason I do have.
You just blew my mind this year. I think I went all digital so far this entire year. Yeah. Oh my god, I didn't realize that. PC too. You just got to include PC too, right?
PC. I mean, like, dude, I don't even have a disk drive on my PC.
Either. Do they even come in disk drives
because
anymore?
it's just something. If you needed to download something now, it comes on a flash drive. It doesn't even come on disk anymore.
Yeah.
Disk media is just like floppy disk. We don't use floppy disk anymore. We're coming to the point where things would just come on a USB stick, and then after USB stick, it's just cloud. It's cloud installment.
Just download it.
And like when you need to free up space, you can download it. It'll go up in the cloud, and then you just re-download it back onto your hardware or software.
I don't know, but like going back to the point.
Yeah, we kind of got off
basis. We didn't get. That's another topic. Digital. We can add it to the list, but it's like going back to the topic number one with Xbox. Like we have I don't not for sure, but let's say xCloud is arriving along with Game Pass on Xbox Series X. I think that's not enough to push someone to buy that freaking thing. I mean, Microsoft is funny because like Microsoft's telling literally everyone, this box is just an option. If you don't have a PC, just buy this.
I think they want to sell the game. It's the Game
service.
Pass because you can get Game Pass on
anything.
You can get it on PC, right?
It's in beta right now, but I think Halo 5. I keep calling it Halo 5. Halo Infinite is coming to PC. It's called Windows 10. I've been meaning to try it, but that list is not really exciting for me.
Yeah, it's in beta.
Yeah, I looked at the PC list. It's not exciting for me. It's like what, $15 a month?
Oh, so you can get Halo Infinite for PC?
Yeah, they confirmed that like in the showcase.
Oh, okay. I didn't know.
Yeah, it's coming to PC. Not via Steam though, but like Game Pass or whatever it's called.
Right, you have to download, the Microsoft Store or whatever.
Yeah.
But still, like, if I wanted to play, I mean, it's nice.
Yeah.
Because I can just play it through my PC.
That's how I was gonna play it on my PC.
Yeah, I mean, like.
Wow.